In this video, we will focus on Hegel as the most influential thinker of German idealism. After outlining the basic premises of Hegel's philosophy, we will dwell on the concept of spirit, which is an important concept for Hegel. Then we will see how the spirit develops through the dialectical method. The influence of the German idealists is seen in their greatest philosopher, Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel, from 1770 to 1831. Hegel was born in Stuttgart in 1770, the son of a high-ranking civil servant. He entered the Tübingen Protestant University in 1788 and completed his studies in philosophy and theology in 1793. After receiving his theology diploma in 1793, Hegel worked as a private tutor in Bern and Frankfurt for a while. During that time, he read Kant extensively. With the influence of Kant, he defended rationalism with his study The Life of Jesus, or Das Lebens Jesus, which is considered his first important work. After settling in Jena, he sided with Schelling in the Schelling-Fichte conflict with his first work, The Difference Between the Fichtean and Schellingian Systems of Philosophy, in 1801. But on the one hand, he tries to develop his own system. Hegel, together with Schelling, publishes a journal called Critical Journal of Philosophy. In his first major work, The Phenomenology of Spirit, Das Phenomenologie des Geist, published in 1807, he made a definite break with Schelling. With this work, Hegel introduces the concept of spirit, Geist, to philosophy. Spirit is not an abstract thing, it is not an abstraction made from human nature, but it is entirely individual, active, alive in the simplest sense. Consciousness, but at the same time the object of consciousness. The existence of spirit is to take itself as an object. Hegel, 2014. Spirit is a being that has goals and realizes these goals by going through various stages. In Hegel's philosophy, he uses the concept of reason synonymously with the concept of spirit. Hegel began writing his second major work, The Science of Logic, Wissenschaft der Logik, in 1812. Hegel began writing his second major work, The Science of Logic, or Wissenschaft der Logik, in 1812. In his book, The Science of Logic, which he wrote between 1812 and 1816, Hegel replaces old metaphysics with his own logic. This new logic was the study of pure thought, that is, idea, and the dialectical development of its determinations. History. Hegel's philosophy attempts to encompass all areas of knowledge. Using the dialectical method, Hegel wants to approach man and the universe as a whole and from a historical perspective. Nature. Hegel's system extends to all fields of science. It expresses the absolute, which develops according to a threefold moment. The absolute posited and thought in itself, that is, logic, the philosophy of nature objectifying itself outside itself and for itself, and again in itself, now both in itself and for itself. The systematic attitude of the German idealists is also seen in Hegel. Hegel wants to create his entire system by adhering to a main principle. Hegel's main principle is the spirit. This method is dialectical. Throughout the history of philosophy, philosophers, notably Plato, Aristotle and Kant, have spoken of dialectics. However, dialectics have not been used in the same sense in these philosophers. In this respect, Hegel approaches dialectics in a unique context. According to Hegel, what is rational is real, and what is real is rational. Hegel understands the relationship between reality and spirit through the combination of two different thoughts. As can be seen, Hegel defines the subject of philosophical inquiry as absolute idea or spirit. The task of philosophy is to clarify the meanings of concepts, goals and various phenomena, and to place all of these within a system of sciences. In doing so, it becomes clear what is located where and at what stage of development it is at.